Welcome to the MindFuel Chakra 30-day series, where we're going to balance, energize, and bring vitality to the chakras. Make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to like and comment. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MindFuel Chakra Series. So we are on day 4, the final day that we are working with balancing, energizing, and connecting with the 6th chakra, the third eye, Ajna. So as I've been sharing with you, this is located somewhere in the middle of our forehead. And when we close our eyes, that's where we've been focusing and putting our attention to. So this particular chakra, we've been working with it to really connect with our intuition, the other way of seeing the world, another eye, to really connect us to our truth, to have more clarity and to have more awareness in this physical realm. So we're going to use dance, bringing back Angel, to lead us in a beautiful practice where, again, we're still incorporating all of the other chakras now. We're using our feet, we're using our chest, we're using, all these different things. But how can we also just bring some more presence, some more clarity, some more awareness, and using our intuitive abilities that we've been working on through dance? So Angel is going to lead us in today's practice. So make sure that you've allocated some time, and let's go ahead and dive in.
Welcome back. Here we are, we're connecting with our intuition, our third eye. And I feel like the best way we can do this with dance and music is to be able to move the way we want. But I want to be able to give you a tool within that. So within dance, there's this practice called musicality. And within specifically freestyle dancing, which is what I do, freestyle, funk style dancing, there's a practice called musicality. And mainly we go from either top to bottom or bottom to top. And we start by listening, right? A lot of intuition comes from first listening or being aware or self-aware. And so let's start with listening. So from there we listen, and we listen from bottom to top. Bottom being the drums. Then we go into like a more of a deeper, so let's think of it as bottom to top, also lowest to highest, right? So lowest would be the drums, the bass, the dum dum dum, right? The all the instruments leading up to the top, which at that point would be more like if there was a flute or a voice, a vocal, a falsetto voice, right? All those different instruments. So what the practice is really with musicality is finding an instrument and connecting with that instrument, or finding a couple instruments. Or maybe it's the voice of the song. Maybe in this particular song today, it could be the guitar. That is the guitar that's playing, right? So that's another instrument, and we just vibe with that particular part. And so eventually you'll be able to, with enough practice, your musicality will be able to jump from instrument to instrument within the song. So you see this a lot. You see this a lot in different freestyle competitions and dance competitions where people, you may see it where they do certain things to the beat or to the ta-ta-ta, right? And then they go ta-ta-ta and they move to that. So that's called musicality. So with that said, let's practice it. Find an instrument that you're connected with in this song for the purpose of this practice. And on your own, you can find any song that you like and really listen from top to bottom, from bottom to top, or lowest instrument to highest instrument, and seeing which one resonates with you and just play with that instrument. So I invite you today to find an instrument for the purpose of this practice. Find one instrument within this song. Maybe it is the guitar. That's the most vibrant instrument in this track. Or you may also look at the drums, right? So there's a few different rhythms there, right? And every power of it, every part of that musicality, every one of these instruments are doing a different piece of rhythms that blend so beautifully and balances beautifully together. And so it's kind of a mirror image of us, right? We're all playing these different parts. Our chakras are even playing different pieces, but balanced together, they play a beautiful rhythm. So with that said, let's take time to ground ourselves. I invite you to then start with 2-step or start with a movement. Really be aware. Let's be aware first. And then 2, we'll find an instrument. And then 3, we'll move to that instrument. So let's ground ourselves. Let's do some breaths. Breathe in. Breathe in again. Release. And this third breath, I want you to find an instrument. Breathe in. Release. Now find your instrument. I found mine. On the count of 8, on the count of 1, let's just move to that instrument. There's no right or wrong. There's just movement in us and ourselves in connection with our third eye. So find that intuition within yourself. Find that rhythm within yourself and see how you want to do it. Maybe your arms are up, maybe your arms are down, maybe your legs are to the side, maybe you're on one leg, maybe your head, maybe you're just moving your head. Find that intuition within yourself to just feel free in the presence of movement, in the presence of dance. So, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your eyes closed if you like. I invite you actually to keep your eyes closed if they're not closed already. Why? Because we're connecting with self. All you're doing is listening. There's no right or wrong. I gave you permission to play. I gave you permission to connect with your third eye and observe. And connect to that intuition. So just find that instrument. And when you hear in the track also new instruments come in, maybe play with that one. There's no right or wrong. You can go low if you like. Really listen. Maybe listen to your body. Find what your body needs. If you're like, Angel, I want to move faster, find an instrument that's doing a faster beat. Or if you want to go slower, maybe play with the piano or the guitar. This track is unique because it gives all the different elements, it plays with different rhythms, and just like all the tracks, right, we're able to still connect with it. So find whatever instrument you want to play with. And know that there's no right or wrong. If you want to do a spin, if you want to just move your head. When you hear a new instrument, also invite it in. Invite it in, listen to what it wants to tell you. Maybe it wants you to move your arms. Giving ourselves that connection with self, that connection with intuition and the parameters of playing with music and instruments allows us then to be free in it. So find that for yourself within this track and other tracks. I'm going to count you out here shortly, but give yourself another 10 seconds here. Find an instrument. Five, 6, 7, 8. This gift of music and dance is really beautiful because it allows us, again, like I've always said, to release and also receive. And intuition is a big part of it, especially in the style of dancing that I do, funk style and dance styles and freestyle dance, because we play with musicality all the time. We play with musicality all the time. Where how can we make it different? How can we make it ours? And so use this practice as an opportunity to connect with yourself first, like we did, and then finding an instrument to let yourself be expressed. And there's no right or wrong. It's just you being able to connect with that intuition, right? What are you receiving? What do you need? Again, that's that part of self and listening. And then being able to connect and bring it together with this music or any music you choose. Thank you.
I don't know about you,
But that was so meditative. Like I really just went off into like my own place. And all I could really hear was your voice, Angel, just a little bit guiding. I could hear my instrument. And I just really went in and just listened to my body. And it just started moving and just really giving it that space to get that love and attention that it was calling for. And I really noticed how I put my hand on my heart, like we did during the heart chakra dance movement. I was moving my neck. I think, made a little noise, right, with my throat chakra. And I had my eyes closed the whole time. So I was focused on my third eye, and I just went into like my own little meditative space. And I'm feeling definitely very blissful right now. So thank you so much for that, Angel. That was so beautiful. And there were just so many key things that you said as far as being able to be aware, listening to what we need, and really, and that's what this is all about, is being able to pause and take moments to connect with ourselves so we can actually hear what it is that we need to give ourselves. We are always on this go, go, go mentality, and we need to slow down and connect within so we know exactly what's serving us and not serving us. So thank you for this amazing practice. Thank you all for showing up for you today, and make sure you come back tomorrow because we will be finishing off the next 4 days with working with our final chakra, the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra, the connection to divine source, God, spirit, universe. So we're going to have a beautiful time connecting to that divine in these next 4 days. We'll be ending that 4th day with Angel leading us in dance. And then the last 2 days of this 30-day MindFuel Chakra Series, we're going to be bringing it all together and doing some Kundalini yoga. So we are almost at the end of this amazing series. Thank you for showing up for you and being a part of this with us. So I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Namaste.
If you enjoyed today's practice and you're not yet part of the MindFuel Motion community, subscribe today for more daily mindfulness.